All right. Hello, everybody. It's your girl, Jynnette the Oracle, and checking the stream, and it looks like it's definitely good. So I think I'm finding a good rhythm. I ran to the grocery store, so there'd be enough time for things to kind of reset with the computer hogging up the Wi-Fi. Anyway, I hope that everyone is doing well. Happy August. We have survived eclipse season. And happy birthday to the Leos who are born either at the end of July or in this month of August. I actually love Leo energy. Leo is my North Node. And, it's also a fellow luminary ruled sign. So, yes, I love it. But we made it through the eclipse season. I hope everyone is doing well. I want to thank those of you who participated in the July crystal healing grids that Spirit was calling me to invite folks to participate in. It was a really beautiful and supportive, energetically process that we were able to walk through throughout the month, not only for our individual healing journey, but also on behalf of our families and the collective and Earth. So yeah, really beautiful. Thank you for that. And if you want to stay abreast of any upcoming crystal grid activations or assignments, so to speak, be sure to follow me on Instagram or Facebook at Inner Sun Alchemy, because I try not to pack too much into these videos, just because it is more energetically draining, but also just time. Time. The fourth quarter classes for my Lightworker Academy will be starting in October. So enrollment will be opening up before that, obviously, to give folks a chance to peruse the options and sign up if they would like to this time, especially if you didn't get a chance to sign up for classes for the summer session. So fall session is coming up, and what I'm going to do is try to stay on top of the offerings and the classes, and it's been good so far, but Spirit's asking me to kind of pick it up a bit. So just so that is forthcoming. Be sure to sign up, please, for my newsletter, because I do offer exclusive discounts there, as well as do pre-enrollment specials as well for subscribers, so you don't want to miss out on that. Okay, so let's get into your reading. I'm trying to figure out how to figure it. Okay, there we go, that's better. Okay, Leo, so your energy for the month is this card, Faith. One of my favorite cards in the deck. And I love it because this reminds me of your heart, of courage, faith, right? Hope. But really courage. That inner flame, that inner heart, that inner spark of divinity that lights away in the darkness. And when you think all hope is lost, there's Leo, the sun, right? So that's what that represents for me. And that's what I'm hearing is a reminder that you need to always keep coming back to. You don't have to be everyone else's hope. You just have to tap into your own hope and be in alignment with that and relish in that. And in so doing, everyone else benefits, because when you shine, we all shine, right? So if you need to take a little time for yourself to focus in on that and revel in that a little bit more, feel free to. You might actually be feeling more like you want to hermit a bit, or just maybe a little unsure of yourself, possibly. But you're good. You got this. You got this. Okay, so in terms of relationships, for those of you who are in committed partnerships, things are moving fast there, it looks like. And it's good. It's good. There might be some declarations of deeper feelings, a development of greater intimacy between you and your partner. Maybe you guys start saving because you want to get a home or get a place together, or things like that. But there is some really nice progression and forward movement. It's not hectic energy, which is really nice. It seems like it's really more go with the flow, but things are moving along nicely there. And I think those of you who are in partnerships are going to be really happy this month. Okay, so that's really nice. And honestly, it's a sweet month as well too, because both Mars and Venus are going to be conjuncting. later on. It'll actually be in Virgo, technically in Virgo, not Leo, but it's still actually in this month. So, you know, maybe you are having an anniversary this month with you and your partner, or you might want to do something special just to commemorate, because, you know, Mars and Venus coming together only happens once every 2 years. So it might be nice to just do something a little extra for romance and to set an intention for a new cycle for the both of you moving forward. Now, for those of you single and looking, you're doing some assessing right now. So if you have been spending time with someone recently, this might be a time when you are checking in to see if you want to continue on. If you're getting out of this what you want to, or if you see the potential for something more to grow out of it or not, which is good, that's healthy. We don't do charity love, Leo. Or charity romance, I should say. Love is unconditional, but we don't do charity romance and relationships. But also too, what I'm getting is you may be really looking at the results you've gotten over the years with the choices that you've made and the partners that you've chosen to align yourself with. And you may be kind of assessing like, okay, where are you finding these potential partners? What qualities do they normally tend to have? What are some things that work for you? What are the things that don't? Because it might not actually be that much of a difference. You might actually find that you've been a bit on an upward trend in terms of meeting folks who are closer and closer to what you want. So take that to heart, that you're on the right path. So that means that, you know, for the new folks that come in, I think it's okay to compare a little bit and to be like, okay, am I seeing this, this, and this, or do they operate in this, this, and this way? Because I know that stuff I like, and then these are my red flags I know, et cetera, et cetera. So yeah, a lot of assessing. I'll get off that now. So finances. Money is good this month. And if for some reason it's like not good at the beginning of the month, it's going to be good by the end of the month. You're solid. Your money is solid, so there's no reason to be concerned about that. But there may be some expenses that you have coming up that you need to be aware of, or that you just need to be prepared of, because it might be something that's out of the blue, or you might also yourself have some expenses coming up. So if that's the case, like, yes, money is good, or at the very least it's stable. This is not the time to go overboard with your spending, because again, you're going to need some of that money in the future. And it may be a situation where you have a choice in terms of how you're going to use and invest the money. So it might not actually be like a bill or something, or like a repair. It might be like a cost in terms of investment, right? What's happening next month? Oh, next month is, for those of you who work for yourselves, that's when quarterly taxes are due. So maybe you just need to be mindful of that, just to make sure that you still remain within your means this month, and you know, be putting money aside for that. Or, you know, since we are coming into the fall season, maybe you're actually wanting to go back to school, and you have tuition fees that are due, and you know, it's an investment, but it's a cost, right? But you get the idea. You get the idea. All right, so for work, career, so whether you work for someone else or work for yourself, You're going to have to stand in your power at work and not flinch from whatever's going on around you, okay? Or what you perceive happening in the external world. Your job is to hold the light, hold the faith, hold true to what you know is yours and what is yours to do. So don't get discouraged right now, especially if you're like in a job where it's like sales oriented, or if you work for yourself, like it's always sales, right? Because you're always having to make money or find ways to bring money in. But summertime, especially late summer, heading into school season, it is tricky because folks are traveling still. Or if they stop traveling, they now have to put money into schooling. And again, you might be doing that for yourself, right? So just stay in your power. Now, there also just might be a need for boundary setting at work, period. If there's a lot of turmoil happening around you, it's not your problem. So don't involve yourself. And, you know, if folks are jealous, let them be jealous. You're a Leo, I mean, it comes with the territory, right? But there is going to be some kind of either wake-up call or revelation around work that's going to help empower you, or something's going to come out in the environment, like at work, especially if it's been toxic, to bring clarity about why things have been maybe as crazy as it has been, or maybe as toxic as it has been. Maybe you actually find something out just doing your job and you come across something that is a little earth-shattering. And you know you have to bring that to attention to somebody in the higher ups, but you have to also make sure that you protect yourself. There's a lot of different ways that can go. So, you know, take it as it resonates. Take it as it resonates, but it definitely feels a little tricky. Gemini also had, if I remember correctly, some tough energy at work specifically. Like it was heavy at work and it was really toxic. So we'll see when I go through the week by week forecast if that's going to be the same for you. Hopefully it's not, but you know. Okay. Well, speaking of week by week, let's get into that. And we literally got all four out already. Cool. I love it. Bottom of the deck, Ace of Wands. So that's beautiful. All right, so we have the World card in the first week. Okay, that's powerful. Closing out of the big cycle. Week 2, we get the Hermit, second major arcana. That's also a big deal. Week 3, we get the Star card. Okay, seriously, everybody up to this point has been getting the Star. So we really, really, really have to keep our eye on the prize and hold to our faith, hold to what we want, not only for ourselves, but for the collective, etc., in the midst of anything external that may be contrary to that. And that's very much your message, Leo. Very interesting. And in the fourth week, we got the Six of Cups. Okay, so I really like this. Ace of Wands is literally the beginning of a new soul cycle, and the fact that we start the month off with the World card, this is a really big shift for you. I mean, basically we are at your new year, obviously, so this is your new solar year. It's a fresh new beginning. The eclipse season of July really cleared out and forced a lot of healing and a lot of purging and all that kind of stuff, so you are starting fresh. And I like it, but let's get some clarification though about this this World card. Very, very powerful indeed. After all those changes though, I can see why the Hermit might be coming up, because you might just need to chill a bit, because I was already kind of picking that up earlier. All right, we got the Queen of Cups, which is actually the Cancer card. So that can be healing, resting, maybe having a little mini vacation. Oh, too many cards. Got the King of Swords. Okay. This may be about you and another person. Yeah, this is something. I got the Two of Cups. I mean, this could be work or relationships, actually. Bottom of the deck, though, Nine of Wands. For relationships, again, for those of you committed, this is beautiful energy. It seems really balanced between mind and heart, and there's beautiful interdependence, which I like to see with that Two of Cups. If you're single and looking, again, this seems like a balancing within you of your mind, that King of Swords, and your heart, the Queen of Cups, and being able to discern now with even more precision what it is that you are looking for in terms of love. So I really like that. And whatever some of the toxic patterns that you've allowed yourself to be in, that pretty much has closed because you've come to a place of restoration. Now for work stuff, this actually seems fine. It almost feels like you and your boss are on the same page, or you and a supervisor. So like, you know where you stand, and you're shining and you're staying in your lane, and that's really what you need to be doing, for sure. That's a confirmation for sure. All right, so we got the Hermit in the second week. Let's see what this is about. Because this also talks about mastery and mentorship. We got the Knight of Pentacles, Queen of Wands. We got two queens so far. Oops. So this is forward movement progress, and it's development in terms of money. It also is improving of health, or just healing in general, because the Hermit very much can talk about healing, like you just take some time alone to reset. But the Queen of Wands is going to sit in your energy, right, Leo? So you feel good. Like, again, it's, if you have it in your plans to take a little break, a little retreat, or be on vacation, I think this first half of the month is looking really good for that, for sure. But let's get some more, just one more card, please. And we got the Chariot, which is also Cancer. Okay, but that's victory and moving forward. So yeah, I am just getting a sense of like replenishment, restoration, being able to chill and come into your sense of power, and you just shining in general. So I think that's good. I was actually getting a reminder from Spirit. For the other signs, I did the singing bowl, except for Taurus, because I wasn't really called to it, but I think you're going to need it here at the end just to give additional support with clearing any of that any little threads or shadows of fear that might creep in, to help kind of like purge that, so that you don't go ahead and take that. You don't second guess yourself. You don't sabotage. Okay, so for week 3, that's the week that we have the star, and that's also the week that begins with the full moon in Aquarius, which is your opposite sign, right? And the star is literally Aquarius. So this is an important week for you, this couple days around the full moon. We have the 8 of Wands, which is about opportunities coming in, connections, communications, really positive. We have the Magician, which is Mercury. So you might want to see, check the link for the astrology forecast I'm going to have in the description to see what Mercury is doing the last 2 weeks of the month, because I can't remember off the top of my head, although I do know it comes home into Virgo. But you know, the Magician is also you being able to manifest, and manifest quickly with the 8 of Wands, and then you also have the 10 of Cups to finish that out. So this is a really, really beautiful week. Listen, you sitting pretty, Leo. I like this for you. I really do. And let's close out with the last week, which is the 6 of Cups. Six of Cups talks about your soul power. Also another card about healing. So we have two energy. Well, actually, we have three energies that relate to healing: Hermit, Star, and Six of Cups. There could be a bit of reminiscing. That it's also soulmate energy. All right, so we have the Seven of Pentacles, the Three of Cups, and the Four of Cups. And based on the Knight of Wands. Okay, so this is the end here. Yeah, so this is that energy of assessing like what makes you happy, and if the options that are being presented to you, if they really vibe with you or not. Do they really vibe with you or not? And this, again, can be relationships or work. But if it's work, again, I feel like it's more about you staying in your lane, about what makes you happy. And you may have to isolate yourself or separate yourself from some of the gossipy energy that may be going on. And you may be considering at this point, you know, given, you know, the skills and the talents that you bring to the table there, what's next for you, either at that place or going someplace else, right? And then if this is relationship stuff, it's just like, you know, anything that's not vibing with you, move on. You know, it's a time of assessment. What really actually makes your heart happy? Because you're feeling good. You're feeling good. Okay. All right, so that's your reading, Leo. I hope that you enjoyed. If you want to get a personal reading with me, definitely go to my website, andersonalchemy.com. I'm going to actually finish off with the Tibetan singing bowl for you to help you clear. So if you know, especially that you've been getting these little thoughts, little fears popping up that are dimming your lights, potentially making you lose your courage or lose your faith in what you think you can have, let this help clear that, okay? All right. Love you, Leo. Have a great month. Bye.